Back on this thing again. I'm about 2 hours behind when I actually want to start on this because I didn't know we had an Amazon Prime Video account. So I may or may not have just spent like 2.5 hours watching Top Gear. I got some stuff for the rear axle. So it's in that big old bag right there. Alright, so I got some bearings. It's a pack of like 8 for $10. I've got 2 in the freezer right now, getting shrunken up to fit in that wheel over there. Then here's the actual rear axle. I had to get a bushing to step this bearing down to a 1/2 inch. I'm not exactly happy with that, but I don't know what else to do because all the other bushings on Amazon said they're doing the same thing. So that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I can also tell this is going to go a lot smoother because for some reason I'm thinking a 1/2 inch bolt wasn't going to fit in here, and it fits perfect. So that's fantastic. Aw, I thought that would fit in there. It already fits right in there, but I mentioned this last video, but this is a 3/4 inner diameter by 1 3/8 outer diameter. It fits this bike perfect. Alright, before I got everything greased up, I went ahead and mocked up what the spacers I needed on both sides. And I used some from the old setup, but that's just because I didn't want to go buy some new ones. And so far, it looks pretty good. Don't look at the wobble, because that tire just has no air nuts. Of course, it's going to be like that. If you look at the wheel, it's not bad. So I think that's going to be pretty good. And it spins pretty good too. I didn't plan on it, but I think I'm gonna put new bushings in the front too while I'm here. Or not bushings, bearings, because I have them, I might as well. But yeah. And I didn't mention it, but these are flange bearings. So they have that little lip right there that keeps it from going all the way in. So that's what you need for something like this. But yeah, I'm gonna take this back apart, grease everything, then come back. All right, well this back's done. Got it all greased up and stuff. I do see that this is kind of wobbly in a way. It's not terrible. I don't know how much that'll affect it. So we'll see. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and start on the the front one, which is gonna be more in depth because I have a brake going on. I don't know how to deal with that. I'm just gonna start digging into it and see what happens. Okay, so as you saw, I got the brake drum out. And side note, I looked at this. That's just an old piece of tire that's been cut up. So I thought that was cool. Anyways, here's the bearing. This one isn't bad, but this one's completely locked up. And it's going to be a completely different size from the bearings I have, so that's awesome. But this, it slides in here, and this whole unit just slides on the wheel like that. So leave that out. Go to the brakes. This one, this shoe, that's not terrible, I guess. It could be worse. You go over here, there ain't none left on that one, so I need brakes. Although this is literally the simplest drum brake setup I've seen. It's just 2 springs and that's it. And then this little lever right here, push it down and that spreads them out. So I thought that was pretty cool. This is gonna have to get dealt with. That's pretty rough. And actually, is that? No, never mind. I thought it was riveted onto the wheel, but it's just bolted on. So I probably won't even take that off because those bolts didn't look too great. Little brake line was held on with this clip, and that's the thingy that pulls it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to dig into how to get this off. Alright, so got both bearings off of this piece. One of them was bad. I decided to go and replace them. Went to a place in town, got some. These are about $5 a piece, which is more than I wanted to pay, but I can't get this exact size anywhere online without waiting a week. So that is what it is. Okay. Alright, I got all this back together with the new bearings and stuff. And I think I'm going to wait till next video to worry about the brakes. Because, one, I don't have the parts right now. It's going to take a couple days for them to get here. I ordered a super cheap kit that I think is actually going to work. It comes with the brake pad, or the shoes, and the new cable. Because this one, let's see, where's that? This one's seized somehow, like somewhere in there it's stuck. So when you pull that, it's actually just pulling this whole unit, including like the sleeve. So I got one of those and new shoes for like $12, so I'm happy with that. Oh, it breaks. Yep, that works. Cool. So I'm not gonna lie, I just rode that thing up and down my hill right here for an embarrassing long amount of time. The best part about growing up is the fact that you can make money to do stupid kid stuff like that, and it's perfectly fine. It's awesome. Oh, I put some air in the tires too. I got some sort of gizmo we use for lawnmower tires that makes sure you don't put like 55,000 pounds of air in there. It's got like a thing where you can increase it very slowly. I think there's maybe like 10 PSI in both of these, but they're holding air because I guess the inner tubes are still good in them. I mentioned painting wheels in this video. It's probably going to be next video, because next video is when I'm going to dive into the brakes and stuff. But I'm not done with this video yet. Don't worry. I still have another day to work on this thing. Next, I'm going to go and work on a seat. It's going to be fairly simple. Just, it's going to bolt right there somehow. Maybe clamp back here somehow. I don't know yet. But I was also worried about this thing steering. Because I haven't replaced the bearings in here. And honestly, it's really nice. The only thing I've done is just spray some WD-40 down of it. I have this piece of wood downstairs, and it fits pretty decent. It's not a cheap piece of wood either, so I don't know if I can use it, but I'm going to use it. pretty decent. If you want to cut foam particularly as good as you cut a turkey during Thanksgiving, get you a turkey slicer, an electric one. It's literally the best way to cut like foam. So just, yeah. So I cut it down probably 3 inches. Actually, I like that. I think it looks pretty decent. Well, it's going to look big because it's a mini bike. It's going to be small compared to where your butt's supposed to be, which is going to be big because your butt's big. I don't know. I like it. It fits. I'm going to get it down and then see what it looks like. Well, that's mounted, and actually, it does need something right there, but it's not terrible. I need some sort of hoop type thing to go right there, and other than that, it's... Okay, so I said I was going to cover the seat tomorrow, and I'm going to be honest, I was sitting in the Mexican restaurant, and on the Facebook, it showed a cruise in the Parkway tomorrow, and it actually shows there's a lot of trucks going. And I'm about an hour away from the start point, so of course I'm going to go to that. So there went mine tomorrow, but I want the seat covered. Forgot about those. There's some lights from my mini bike. Cool. So I want to go and cover the seat. And before you say anything about the color, keep in mind this came from a Amazon return store, and it was $4, and it's just a bunch of waterproof material. So, it's green, okay? But it's waterproof material, which is what I want for this. Because more than likely, with me putting this on display on the front of a truck somehow or on a hitch, it's going to get wet. I don't want my foam wet, so this will make my foam not get wet. Also, if you try to say anything about your workbench downstairs being more clean than this and organized, you're lying. Every workbench looks like this, so don't even start. I mean, there's a Traxxas Slash just torn into a million pieces because I want to say I don't have time, but I do have time. I just haven't put it back to pieces. And it's in pieces, I haven't put it back together. I have a plan for this. I'm going to do one layer on the bottom. So the top layer is going to wrap over right here. I'm going to do one, just cover this wood. That way splashback doesn't get on the wood and rot it out, which it will happen eventually, but this will just, in my mind, it'll make it, not happen as fast, so. I ain't never done this before, but I'm going to start with the top and then figure it out from there. So I may or may not get distracted and done the whole thing without recording anything else. But here's the bottom. I haven't even flipped it over to look at the top yet. But what I did is I glued the sides with the spray adhesive. And then my cat's screaming over there. Ash! Okay. I'm not talking to you. Ash. Okay. Dude, I can't concentrate with you responding to me. What? So what I did is I glued the sides, and then everything that was on that flipped over. I started out with a big nail right here. I don't know why, because I knew I had these. These are just like the cutest little nails, and then I put them in with the cutest little hammer you've ever seen. And then I flipped it over like I said, and then just nailed it down. And actually, it worked out better than I thought it was. I was going to staple it, but I can't find the staple gun. Like just the handheld. Can't find that. So I'm going to flip it over, and then I don't know. You're going to see it the first time I will. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I mean, it's not perfect. It looks. It does the. You know when you sit on a cushion and it like hisses at you? It does that. Listen. That means that's airtight. So which means I did a good job. Yeah. I mean the top looks the best. And what time is it? It's 10:18. I want to go throw this on the bike. After I put all this stuff up first. I actually like the color. Something about that green looks good on this orange. That looks cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Yeah, I'm happy with the seat. Happy with how everything spins. I don't know. You may not like the color. I like the color of the seat. It contrasts the orange. Just actually contrasts it a lot, but I like it enough. I don't know. It's. I keep saying I like it just because I like it. But yeah, I can't snap with that hand. There it goes. Yeah, it's gonna be the end of this video. Yeah, thanks for watching.